Hi, I'm Beverly, and we're going to review multiplying and dividing integers. First, let's look at a few ways to represent multiplication, and we'll use the problem 7 times 8. I represented here with a dot. I can also represent that with an asterisk. Mostly you may see that on computers. Of the 7 times 8 with an X, but also parentheses. A parentheses with the parentheses is multiplication, and that could be one parentheses and one without. It doesn't matter which order as well. All right, and as for division, some examples would be the old familiar way: 8 divided by 4. Horizontally as well, or as a fraction. Just a little reminder of those. Now, multiplication of integers and division of integers, they follow the same rules, and they follow the same rules as you would do in or with whole numbers as well. So the main question would be, is the answer negative or positive? And here's a few reminders. In multiplication, a positive times a positive equals a positive, and a negative times a negative also equal a positive. So what we say is that if the signs are the same, the product is positive. Remember that a product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Now, if the signs are different, such as positive times a negative, the answer will be negative. And a negative times a positive, it would be negative. For example, negative 7 times 8. 7 times 8 is 56, but the signs are different, so the answer will be negative. And back with the same signs, we could say negative 7 times negative 8. The answer is 56, but the sign, because we have both are negative, the sign will be positive. Now in division, like I said, this is good news, good news. The rules are the same. Same signs, the quotient, the answer to a division problem, will be positive if the signs are the same. Such as, a negative divided by a negative, or a positive divided by a positive. For example, negative 8 divided by a negative 2 will equal 4, and the signs are the same, so the answer is positive. And if the signs are different, the quotient will be negative. Whether it's a negative divided by a positive or a positive divided by a negative. So I could write negative 8 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I have a negative divided by a positive, therefore the sign is negative. Now let's do a little practice. Let's start with division, since we just talked about division. 12 divided by 2. It's familiar. 12 divided by 2, we know that's 6, and because the signs are both positive, the answer is positive. Negative 30 divided by 6. You just ask yourself, 6 times what will give me 30? 5. Now, for the signs, I have a negative divided by a positive. The signs are different, therefore the 5 will be negative. That's negative 5. We could try another. 8. Oh, let's do 8 divided by negative 2. 8 divided by negative 2, or 8 divided by 2, let's say 4, and then we are dividing a positive and a negative, so the answer is negative. And we can check it because they're in the same fact families. So we go backwards. Negative 4 times negative 2, a positive times a positive will give me, oh, I said that wrong. A negative times a negative will give me a positive. And let's do negative 12 divided by negative 4. 12 divided by 4, 3. I have a negative divided by a negative. The signs are the same, therefore the answer is positive. We have some special cases in division. And you know who that involved? That involved that 0. This. 0 divided by 15. We know that would equal 0. Because 15 times what gives me 0? 0. If I flip that though, let's say 15 divided by 0. I ask myself, okay, 0 times what will give me 15? Well, no, that doesn't work either. Because I was taught that 0 times any number it will equal 0. And I think you were taught the same. And so that will not work. And when we have this, and we say that the answer is undefined. You cannot have 0 in the denominator. So whenever you divide by 0, it is undefined. Many people, even though this looks simple, many people get these mixed up. So what I've said for you to do that may help is to rewrite it and watch how watch what I say and how I write this. 0, I'm just going to repeat this problem, 0 divided by 15. If you set it up this way, it may be more obvious to you to ask yourself, okay, 15 times what will give me 0? 0. Okay, that worked. That's not a 6, that's a 0. All right. And then on the other example, say 15 divided by 0. And then try to work that. So 0 times what will give me 15? Nothing. It won't happen. And so we called it undefined. I hope that helps a little. Okay, let's do some multiplication. Negative 8 times negative 9. Multiply the two numbers. 8 times 9 is 72. The signs are both negative, therefore the answer will be positive. Negative 3 times negative 4. Again, you have 4 times 3, 12, 2 negatives, positive. Negative 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. I have a negative and a positive, so therefore the answer will be negative because the signs are different. But let's try this with an exponent this time. Negative 4 to the second power. Now we need to expand this because what the exponent is telling us that negative 4, we will multiply it twice. Negative 4 times negative 4. Or in more math terms, the exponent is telling us to multiply the base this number of times. Okay? And so we would then say 4 times 4 is 16. The signs are the same, therefore my answer will be positive. Now let's look at this one. Pay close attention. I'm using the same numbers. I have a negative sign and I have an exponent, but they are not the same because I do not have parentheses in this case. And the 2, the exponent 2, is only applying to the 4. So in essence, I just copy the negative sign, and then we're going to put parentheses and multiply that 4 twice according to the exponent. Okay? So now what I have, that's what I should have done first. This first. 4 times 4 is 16, and the negative just follows, and it's negative 16. Okay. Last problem. Negative 2 times negative 4 times negative 5. We have 3 this time, but no problem. Just take your time and do 2. Do the first 2 starting from left to right. Left to right. So I will do negative 2 times negative 4. 2 times 4 is 8. We have 2 negatives. They're the same. Therefore, our answer will be positive. I'll just put that there. And then we'll bring down the next number, negative 5. 8 times 5 is 40. We have a positive and a negative. The signs are different, therefore the product will be negative 40. You have just reviewed multiplying and dividing integers.